One of my best memories of Face of America was my very first ride, and I didn't know what to expect. I hadn't worked with wounded warriors before, but there were about 20 hand cyclists who had to get up this hill. And for those of you who are familiar, there's these poles that stick off the back so that people, able-bodied riders, can help push them up the hill. And what I witnessed, really, to this day, it still gives me goosebumps, which is there was not one person, not one of those 20 bikers who didn't make it up that hill. When that hill showed up, some of them were Marines, came up from behind, and all of a sudden, every one of these handicapped bikers, cyclists, had 2 or 3 people behind them to rotate to make sure that they made it up that hill.
As I'm riding along, there was a soldier, I think, from the hospital on a hand cycle. We started talking as we were riding along, and found out that his first trip outside the hospital since he'd been injured, and medevac and everything else, was actually the Face of America ride. And I thought that was pretty neat.
World Sports, what they do is they put together individuals that are physically or emotionally challenged with individuals that are not, to form a perfect team, and then get involved in dramatic, athletic endeavors, whether it's climbing Kilimanjaro, whether it's kayaking from Seattle to Vancouver. And it's a very special environment because you have the group coming together as a team and both learn from that experience.
The field that I support for Booz Allen is around helping those that have come back from being deployed who are suffering from psychological health issues as well as traumatic brain injury. And we have found that through physical rehabilitation as well as mental health rehabilitation, the total spirit in terms of physical and mental health is really encouraging for that rehabilitation.
Face of America ride it's not about, being athletic and finishing the 100 miles. It's about that camaraderie that you have with every participant.
And such excitement about that event. And I have to give credit to one of our associates, a gentleman named John Villar, who's a serious bike rider. John has captained our team and has now gotten 45 Capital One employees to participate in the ride this year. So we've gone from 12 to 45 riders. Additionally, besides being the primary sponsor, these individuals have raised close to $10,000 of funds to support Face of America. So I myself believe in leading by example, so I have also volunteered to ride this year, and I bought a new bicycle, and I plan to get quite a few miles in preparation for the race at the end of April.
Many companies in this country very much understand what the American people understand, which is that the men and women in our armed forces, throughout the years, and particularly in the last decade, have been responsible for American security, keeping us free and keeping us safe. And many of them have been injured. And it's a wonderful way for a corporation to associate itself with the most respected institution in the country, which is the American military.